Greetings, dear viewers. My name is Luc Tessier, and this is A Form of Sound Words. I never aim when it comes to these devotionals to be guided or inspired by current events, but this week, I just can't help myself. Two stories in the last few days have grabbed my attention, and in the face of these stories, my mind went to the unheeded warnings of Scripture. The two stories aren't connected one to another, though both stories involve the LGBTQ communities. The first story is about the Pride Parade that was set to occur last week in my city of Ottawa, Canada. This edition of the abominable and debaucherous parade was cancelled this year. It was cancelled not by weather, not by political or social rejection, not by resistance from religious groups. No, it was cancelled by a group of protesters called Queers for Palestine. Take a second. Let that sink in. The sexually immoral being opposed by the sexually immoral for the cause of defending a people in an Islamic death cult which would certainly violently persecute the sexually immoral. Makes your head hurt, doesn't it? Then there's the other story. The horrible tragedy that occurred in the basket case city of Minneapolis. I read a transcript of Robert or Robin Westman's manifesto. In it, I'll call him Robert because Westman was a man. In his manifesto, Robert shares his love toward all his family, that is, his parents and his many siblings. He railed against the evil of this world, expressing his fatigue and anguish over it. He even took time to chide one of his siblings over her lack of forgiveness towards their mother, encouraging her to be reconciled and show more love. After completing this 3.5-page document, Robert took a rifle, a shotgun, and a handgun, walked to a nearby Catholic church, and opened fire, killing 2 children and wounding another 17. Again, take a second. Let that sink in. Now, what connection am I seeing in these two stories? As already mentioned, there is an LGBTQ angle to both stories, an angle that I assure you will be ignored by most media outlets. But it's not that common point that's got my attention. Rather, the connection I'm making between both stories is that both are extreme examples of madness, insanity, dementedness, a complete, total lack of reason or understanding. It's interesting, the Puritans used to call sin madness. Why? Because sin, while often pleasurable in the short term, always harms, always corrupts, always destroys over time. To indulge in sin is to harm oneself. To continue in it is to corrupt and warp oneself. To live in, to live for sin is to destroy oneself. As the biblical proverb states, "But he that sinneth against God wrongeth his own soul." All they that hate God love death. The madness of the two news stories I've cited in this video are clear examples of the spiritual condition of Canada and the United States. To get to a point where queers are at war with each other over a third party who would love nothing better than to see them all dead. To get to a point where a young man who convinces himself that he's a young woman lectures others on the world's evils and the necessity of prevailing love, and then murders children in cold blood, tells you everything you need to know about the collective spirit of the societies that shaped these souls. I'm reminded of the Lord's words in the book of the prophet Isaiah, the very first recorded prophecy. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. History records the consequences of Israel's madness. A short time after Isaiah's prophecies, the Assyrians and the Babylonians invaded Israel and took the Jews captive, scattering them among the nations to this very day. And the re-established Israel we have today, as you can see from all the news services, is in constant hardship and turmoil. And dear viewers, a similar fate awaits us if we don't turn away from our madness. There is such a thing as being too stupid to live, and we're just about there. Dear saints, watching this video, it is our duty to be contemporary Isaiahs, declaring the sound, the reasonable, the rational word of truth, the wisdom of the Lord. There is much folly being published right now, and no lack of people giving into these seducing spirits and these doctrines of demons. Now more than ever, we must obey the words the Apostle Paul wrote to his young protege, Timothy. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, making full proof of thy ministry. And with that, dear viewers, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. You hear him? That's him calling me. And he'll just keep going until I bring him some food. There, it took a while to coax him out, but here he comes. Come on. Come on. Come get your nuts. Come on. There you go. Hey. Yeah, now he's going to hoover all them up. He's got his little paws on my fingers there. Yeah. Have some full cheeks. I always bring out a little dish of water when I do this too. It's been very dry in my part of Canada this year. My lawn is completely brown, and I think these guys are looking for water just as much as they're looking for food. You be careful, you don't bite my fingers, you little monkey. There. There. There.